just instantly recognized as the world's most prolific non-sport trading card. Alpha Lotus, from the Magic the Gathering inaugural production, 1993. This is one of those cards that even if you don't know the world of Magic or have been around, chances are you've heard of this card, you've seen pictures of it, you've seen articles written about it. This is the granddaddy of fantasy, and certainly for non-sport. No other card holds more value or more lore to what trading cards really represent. I mean, the Magic the Gathering game, I think those who are passionate about it, they wouldn't even necessarily call it a game. It's a lifestyle, it's a culture. 25 million players worldwide, and it really is a set which, when it came out, it set a tone that was quite sophisticated and quite a departure from anything that had preceded it. The effort and detail that went into the Magic the Gathering vision is really off the charts. It hasn't really had anything to compete with it since its initial launch some 25 plus years ago, and it's one of those things that the draw and the following for it only grows with time. And these investment caliber examples of these highly desired, particularly Power 9, but not only Power 9 issues, are becoming really just immeasurably high. And as more people become aware of it, with 25 million players worldwide, it only takes a small fraction to want to invest in the best of the best for there to quickly become a supply-demand mismatch. The Alpha Lotus, there's only a few dozen to exist in mint or better condition. There just aren't enough to go around. That is a common broken record statement that we make for all of these high-profile investment pieces. And offered here is certainly one of the finest copies that we've ever touched. The subgrades are immense. We have a centering of a 10. That's a very important detail. We don't often see centering registration anywhere near that good on this issue, even in high grade. So that's certainly one thing that really sets this card off for being special. And then we have corners, edges, and surfaces all receiving a 9 subgrade. So overall, we would consider this like a 9 plus in terms of the Beckett assigned technical designation. We'll give a scan here of the edges and show a little bit more detail. But all we have, at its core is just the subtlest little specks of edge shipping in a couple spots. A couple corners show just a couple flecks, but overall it's a very accurately graded, undeniably mint condition example. In our opinion, it's just one of the finest copies that exists in our market today. So zooming in, and I say this with most of our high profile Magic cards, please take the time to go onto the website and review the high resolution images. I'll try to zoom in here on the details in a video, but I don't think anything's quite as good as the high res images that we have on the website. So, take the time to review that. I think, we have just the subtlest little tick here to this corner. Very, very minor. And from the back. From the back, I'd say the edges and corners are undeniably gem mint. From the front, we have just the subtlest little bits of wear. All told, this is really about as good as it gets for the issue. It's been a long time since a 9.5 has surfaced. This particular example is about as good as I think we could ever hope for from a 9. Just a world-class investment piece from the non-sport sector. So I think those who are certainly in the Magic market, I don't need to speak to you about how important this card is. For those who are more on the periphery but are investors in the world of trading cards, if you're going to own something that diversifies your portfolio outside of sports cards, this has to be at the top of the list. It's just iconic and wonderfully pervasive. It's a worldwide market, and we couldn't be more delighted to feature it here in the ball marketplace.